Hello. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a recent decision of the U.S. Supreme Court, which was reported by BBC in a news article. The Supreme Court rules that immigration raids in LA can continue. This verdict raises serious issues about racial profiling and the rights of immigrant communities. In the talk, I'll tell you what happened and how it can tie to some class concepts like stereotypes, prejudice, discrimination, and just reflect on how it uh, deals with how it affects intercultural communication. In the article, it talks about how the Supreme Court ruled that immigration agents may continue conducting raids in Los Angeles, and this policy has direct implications on how law enforcement can interact with immigrant populations. It totally raises concerns about racial bias, and it says how law enforcement is allowed to stop people based on the color of skin. This just leads to immigrant communities fearing for even for no wrongdoing, they could be stopped, and it's just fear for themselves just based on their appearance, and it's totally not fair. It's massive discrimination. It's stereotyping everyone. It doesn't mean that even if they did something wrong, just because of the color of skin, they're being stopped. What really strikes me was like how these insane high-level decisions made by these politicians just in fact impact everyday lives for anyone in the immigrant community, knowing that raids may increase fear, not just for those undocumented, but for citizens who just look like immigrants. They didn't do anything wrong. From an intercultural communication perspective, this decision underscores how critical it is to consider power imbalances and histories. I think that just telling people to communicate better doesn't do anything, doesn't fix any injustice. But communities can help. Legal advocates, community leaders, just people that every day, your neighbors, can use outreach, education, and just talking to people to reduce fear. To wrap this up, the BBC article, Supreme Court rules on immigration raids in LA can continue. It just completely spotlights how legal decisions can reshape the lives and experiences of immigrant communities. It's totally stereotype and discrimination, an imbalance of power, and it just reminds us that culture and identity matter deeply in how policies play out. Thanks.